I got a haircut, and it looks like we may be able to find new ways to cut up some heretics too. The new Rage-Cursed Onslaught looks like a great way to bring melee and a little bit of Death Company love back into Blood Angel's lists. However, we have a problem. It's an itsy bitsy teeny weeny sanguinary sized martini of a problem. Last year's Grotmas Detachment Angelic Inheritors traded up some of the advanced melee options for advance and charge, fall back and charge. Rage-Cursed Onslaught does give us some sticky objectives, which is nice. It gives us ways to punch up units, especially characters, monsters, and vehicles, which is also nice. Gives us some good movement as well, which is also nice. Does that make it better than Liberator Assault Group? I'm not sure yet. When the Unitorum Field Manual update comes out this Friday, I really want to see how these enhancements compare in points to the ones in Liberator Assault Group. At 30 points, Rage-Fueled Warrior is a tough pill to swallow. My hope is that Angel Fang is either comparable, so at least it's a decent side grade, not an upgrade or a downgrade, but a side grade. I think it'll be a great way to help a Judiciar and Blade Guard veteran squad punch up on an objective you stick, probably center objective. Could be good for Sanguinary Priest attached to a block of Assault Intercessors, maybe with a Captain or Lieutenant. I like the theory crafting I've seen already on it. I've also seen some ideas floating around about putting a Ball Predator on your back line, using it to sticky your home objective, then heading out front. That's something that I've personally had a problem with. I usually keep a Vindicator on the back line, more so as a way to hold the home objective rather than sticking it somewhere that could be a little more useful, so that could be handy. One specific note, it does have to be a Blood Angels unit. So to clarify, if you put it on the Infiltrators and then had the Infiltrators scout up, then that wouldn't sticky the objective at all. You're able to give your Death Company a little bit of Feel No Pain 5-up. That can be pretty nice. Feels like there's a lot more love for Death Company in general. Here with Deathless Duty, gives them a way to resolve some attacks before they go. So there's some stuff in here that looks good on paper for some good theory. So there's some stuff in here that looks good for some good theory crafting. One criticism I do have about Liberator Assault Group is that it feels like a one-trick pony. When you have Captain and Rage-Fueled Warrior, I feel as the best thing about that detachment. I feel like you get a lot more flavor and fun with Angelic Inheritors. And I'm starting to feel good about Rage-Cursed Onslaught because it feels like a way to share some of the Blood Angels flavor and goodies across the rest of the army. Feels like a nice way to make Sanguinary Priest feel useful with Angel Fang. Gives Chaplain some love with some scout moves. I think it could be a fun way for Lamartes or Asterath or even the bog standard Captain with Jump Pack to get some extra movement out of Death Company with jetpacks. And if you're bringing multiple Death Company units, then Sanguinary Tear right here will be able to buff them up. So, obviously we'll need to see some real theory crafting once we get the points value of these. But I think it encourages you to bring one unit of jump Death Company of any size, whether it's 5, whether it's 10. Obviously, whether it's 5 or 10 will depend on whether Lamarty's Asterath or the bog standard jump Chaplain leads it, but it also encourages you to bring another one. I'm not sure which of these two enhancements would fit either one better. I'm inclined to say Sanguinary Tear should go on something led by Asterath, and I'm inclined to think Carmine Reliquary would go well either with the regular jump Chaplain or with Lamartes leading a group, I don't know, either 5 or 10 to screen units center back of the board. Sanguinary Tear with Asterath seems like a great way to take down your bigger units. But that's just my hot takes. All in all, I'm feeling very good about Rage-Cursed Onslaught. What are your thoughts on it so far? Have you started thinking over what kind of list you want to make with this? Is this something that's going to be really points dependent on the enhancements? Are you worried that if we're getting these good enhancements out of this detachment, that Games Workshop might punish Blood Angel specific units with some points increases? Anything's on the table at this point. I'm excited to see how the next 6 months of Blood Angels go with this detachment, and if that changes what we might see coming into 11th edition. If you haven't seen my video on what kind of changes I think will be happening in the future of Warhammer in the next 6 months, feel free to check out this video in the top left-hand corner. Otherwise, YouTube thinks you'll like this video that it's picking for you based on your own search interests. Well, hey, I hope you have a fantastic evening, stay safe, and party like the rock star you are. Adioski, bye!